feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here, I'm so happy to have you. If my previous subscribers, welcome my little astronaut. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the rise of the Taliban and ISIS. And if you guys have been watching my channel, been with me for quite a while now, you probably may have remembered me talking about the rise of the Taliban and ISIS and how it's going to come back and how everything is played into the 2024 presidential election, how everything is all tied together. I also spoke that it doesn't take a psychic to notice. It takes one to understand the quantum of time, because when you understand the quantum of time, you're going to be able to properly understand what it is that we're talking about today. If you have watched my butterfly video and the Middle East video where I go through different countries, I spoke about the rise of the Taliban and how they're going to come back and how that all plays into everything. I'll go a little bit more in depth, but I highly recommend you go visit those videos, the butterfly effect, because that will help you understand why the Taliban is back and why it plays a major role leading up to the 2024 presidential election. All right, so for today's video, this is being live streamed on August 16, 2021 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys are interested in booking a reading with me, just check the description below. Everything will be listed there for you. And here are some quick disclaimers on your screen right now. Please keep in mind it's just for entertainment purposes only. All right. So now we went through everything there. Let's jump right in. If you are new here watching and you just want to check out different parts of the video, every video I always make or normally on most occasions will have timestamps. So always check the description below, maybe a day after it's been uploaded, and it should be there for you. Besides the point, let's begin. If you have questions, please put them in the live chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them as long as they're related to the appropriate topic that we're talking about today. All right. So, Spirit Angels, please tell me, what do we need to know about the Taliban? Why is the Taliban rising? Now, I spoke about this before and how I understood why it's rising, but let's get the perspective from Spirit. What does Spirit want to tell us? Why is ISIS rising? Why is the Taliban rising, Spirit Angels? Tell me. As you all may have remembered or know, that Donald Trump has said that he was going to withdraw the troops from from Afghanistan, and that Biden was going to continue that, and he withdrew the troops, and now the Taliban is rising, and they took control of Afghanistan's government, almost all of its territory. So we have the reverse worlds, right? A lot of people around the world remember, and it's all propaganda at this point. So it's talking about to the time when George W. Bush, the Republican, was in office, the president. And it's all about the propaganda that was propagated to get people to side with the government in terms of going against the Taliban for terrorist organizations, right? That is reverse here. Now, people are going back to the time of 9/11, right? And I spoke in a previous video, and I didn't understand what it was at the time. I did the 3-month video, and I said September feels like something like 9/11. Not saying 9/11 is going to happen again, but the energy's there. We have here, as well as we have the Page of Wands reversed. And this is very interesting because this is something that we saw a long time coming. It doesn't take a lot of people to understand and properly make the decision that most likely something like this can occur. It will occur. Hi, Saskia. What's up, love? Right, we also have here the Ace of Swords. This was in the past, but this is something that we knew was going to come if you withdraw troops. It doesn't take a scientist to know that. We have here as well, we have the Ace of Swords. This has come to the point of completion that the Taliban has overtaken the government in which it ceases to take. So as we all know, they just recently talked, I think today, the government of Afghanistan have took control of the country. I'm not sure entirely. I don't really watch the news much. I don't really read it. I went into this reading unbiased, and I just skimmed the title just to kind of get an overall view, but that's all that I know. We have here as well as we have the 7 of Cups reversed. A lot of what's going on right now is that it feels like right now the media is not telling us everything that we need to know about what is going on with the Taliban. It almost feels like some of the news or some of the information is being suppressed, maybe from military clearance or information, something like that of the sort. but there is some sort of suppression of information towards people. But we also have here, as well as we have the fiber cuff reverse. And this is very interesting because this tells me here that there is a lot of loss that can come, but because the government has recently given up in Afghanistan, that it feels like the people feel like, where do we go from now? Where do we go from here, right? We also have here, as well as we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. And I feel like they made the definitive decision to, instead of making the entire country and destroying it to the point where there's no return, it feels like they're just going to willingly hand over the entire country to these rebels, so to speak. We have at the bottom of the deck here, we have here a new form of government in Afghanistan. So there will be a brand new form of government. Expect the people to recognize Taliban as the new state of government, the new head of government in Afghanistan. I feel like in some way or some form that the United States won't be stepping back in. Let me ask. That's a good question to ask. Will the United States be stepping back into Afghanistan? Let's see. Okay, let's see. I think that's a good question to ask. Because maybe some of your sons and daughters, even you potentially, may have been a soldier who took part in this. So if you did, I want to say thank you for your service. So Spirit Angel, please tell me, what do we need to know? Will the United States be going back into Afghanistan to regain control and make sure that there's some sense of peace? I mean, the United States is not known for peace, just so you know. All right, so we have here something new. Something new is arising. We have the Tower card. I knew a Tower card is going to come out. Okay, so we're going to be using the Tower Takeover Tarot. I think this would be the perfect deck to use for this. I got this deck partly because so I can get more of a deeper understanding about what the Tower card is initially referring to, right? So let's get a nice deep information. Let's get a little bit more informative about this. All right, so Spirit Angel, please tell me about the Tower card. What does the Tower card mean? Okay. Okay, so we have about 4 cards here. So let's see. So we have here the Queen of Cups. This must be the government, right? I think maybe they have the first woman president or something. I'm not exactly sure. I don't follow the country. We have here as well, we have the King of Cups, another woman. Why is that a man, though? It's a woman, though. But it's a woman for the King of Cups. We have here as well, we have the Ace of Swords coming down, the government giving up, right? The takeover, like almost feels like they're throwing things out the window and they're like, all right, it's our government now. And then we also have here as well the Two of Swords. And there's something else that's underneath that. Two of Swords and then the Three of Swords, which means that there's going to be a rebellion against the Taliban. So there's going to be something else that rises out of the country to go against. Almost like another rebel trying to take over the country as well. We have the Tower card. So it feels like the government already given out. It feels like what I'm looking here right now, because we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. And the fact that we have the Queen and King together tells me that both people are going to be kicked out. So both the Taliban and the original government in Afghanistan is going to be kicked out. Then we have here that these 2 people are being removed, so potentially maybe the building gets destroyed or document get destroyed. Then after that, we have the Two of Swords, which means that someone else falls. So potentially 3 people, 3 governments. Maybe they're changing government the same way Libya does. And then we also have here the Three of Swords. Potentially those 3 governments that were removed may work together to overtake the government in which will be now. So there will be four different regimes in Taliban. In Afghanistan, excuse me, I apologize. But that's what the Tower card means. We have here unpredictability in the past, right? We're unsure about what possibilities that Afghanistan and the Taliban would take in the future when the United States withdraws its troops. Now, the moral of the question is, we're talking about, will the United States go back into Afghanistan, right? We have here the United States this is the United States looking to the world, but it feels like America has so many internal issues that it cannot focus all of energy on Afghanistan. So it feels like to me that Afghanistan is really on its own at this point. It's really on its own. And it feels like with Biden in office now, it's no longer being fed money to the Taliban, giving money to weapons and stuff like that. it now feels like they're doing the right thing for the Afghanistan people, like allowing them to choose their government, so to speak, instead of the United States giving money to different organizations, different groups to kind of appease the democracy in which the United States rules. But it feels like as if Biden's going to do the right thing in some way. And I don't see the United States being back in Afghanistan. I think the rule in Afghanistan is over. I don't see the United States coming back in. However, there is a plan in place. So potentially this is a military, like a worst case military invasion. Potentially this could be towards the United States. This could be a United States plan if they were to create a terrorist attack, and what the next step is for the military to do if they were to do anything to United States territories, is what I'm seeing. But I don't necessarily see that it's going to be directly the United States enters right back in once the Taliban officially takes over Afghanistan. So no, I don't see that. All right, so if you have questions, please put them in the live chat. We're going to jump onto ISIS now. This is not going to be a long live at all. I don't want to waste a lot of your time. But I will be going live after this live is over. And we're going to be talking about planet Saturn and talking about wildfires and why planet Saturn may be affecting Earth's atmosphere, causing a lot of fire and heat. So we'll be talking about that as well if you're interested. All right, so let's talk about ISIS. I'm going to quickly go to outbreak. My throat is dry. Have you ever wondered how you can submit a question or a video request? Well, I will show you in this commercial how you can do that. So you go to my channel, you click on any of my uploads or any recent videos that you may see, and you go to the description. As you can clearly see, I already clicked on a previous video. You scroll down and you click right here where it says submit your question, topic, or video request here. You can also add in links and information that you would like to add in. You can ask at least 10 and you can keep resubmitting as many as you would like. You'll click that link and it will take you to my website. And this is what my website looks like. You could book a reading with me. You could find me email, other information along with my YouTube channel. You will click submit your video request here and you will click on that. And it will take you to a Google form where you guys can fill out and be able to put all your questions here. So thank you all for coming, and I'll just turn you right back to your content right now. All right, so perfect. So let's talk about ISIS. Spirit Angel, please tell me, what do we need to know about ISIS? Will there be a rise of ISIS? And I did say in 2024 it's going to feel very similar to 2016 presidential election, basically saying that there's breeding ground for another Trump-like candidate. However, I will explain this in another video in the future about why the 2024 presidential election is the most important one of our lifetime. And I said this even before the 2020 election. I told you guys this early when I started my videos. So let's see. What else do we need to know about the Taliban? Okay. Excuse me. All right. So ISIS. This is ISIS. Excuse me. I apologize. So for ISIS, we have the King Cup, right? This came around the time of I think under Obama, but I could be incorrectly. I think this may have came under President Bush, right? So this is reversed, which tells me that even though Biden's in office, even though that was the case, ISIS doesn't feel like it's coming back. I feel like there's a new form of ISIS, and that could be very well the Taliban. Or it could be the fourth regime in Afghanistan as well. We have here in the past that they were pretty much defeated, but not all of them are defeated. I feel like the ideology still remains from the past, right? We have the 10 of swords reversed, and it tells me that all of it had not been completed or defeated, so to speak. You know, Donald Trump was champion that he defeated ISIS, even though ISIS kind of dissipated for a while. It's going to come back. We have here in the future, though, is we have the Emperor card. It feels like Russia may have played a major role in the role that ISIS took in the Middle East. And because that it helped Donald Trump win the 2016 election, it's very interesting how the Middle East plays a major role in our choosing our president. But it feels like Russia does not want to go that same route anymore because it's causing issues around their border as well. So it feels like because of Russia pulling out, a lot of them don't have the proper funding to be as big as it once was. We have here as well, though, that there's hope. There's hope. It feels like they're more so like in black black market, like they're trading within the black market. Potentially now they're more like mobsters or mafia type energy, but it doesn't necessarily feel like they're going to rise up from other countries, right? It does not feel that way because we have the people kind of made peace with them, not like the ordinary citizen. I feel like a lot of them became more civilized within the nation of which they were recently a rebel in. I feel like they just assimilated, so to speak. And then we also have here as well, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. And it tells me a lot of these people realized the darkness and the evil that they were doing, and that they started to become more civil, so to speak. So I feel like a lot of what's happened to people who practice ISIS ideology and, what they were doing, I feel like it was more so they realized what they were doing and they ended up changing. So I do feel like they are going to become better people in the end. I do feel like ISIS will not rise, but more than anything else, it could be very well the Taliban or something very similar to ISIS, but definitely not ISIS itself. Could be the name, but it could be changed by somebody else. Now, there's someone calling, so I'm going to quickly go to Outbreak. If you have any last-minute questions, please put them in the live chat for me, and then I'll answer them when I get right back. Hello, everyone. As you see on the screen right now, we have 34% of YouTube recommending our content. The best way for us to raise this number or bar higher is by subscribing, hitting the bell icon, and liking this video and sharing it with other people. And don't also forget to comment in the section below what you think of the video and its content. It will be extremely helpful for us getting other people to know all about our channel, what we do here. If you do love the channel, definitely try to help out as much as you could. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys, and I hope you enjoy the content. Bye. All right, so I don't see any of you guys commenting anything in the live chat, so I just want to quickly say a few things. In the background, this will be my last time you guys will maybe be able to see this background, because I will be changing it, so we're finally going to be able to put the new projects that I've been working on for weeks. In terms of classes, for these type of classes that I've been talking about on my channel for quite a while, in case you forgot, my How to Read Intuitively class, manifestation class, spiritual life coach, and of course the DIY tarot card class. I'm still in the process of working on it, but hopefully it will be done by the first week of September, where you guys can all join. So if you are interested, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys previously. I will be on my next live stream in like about 5 minutes. So if you want to come on and join, we'll be talking about wildfires. So I'll see you guys there. I love you, and I hope you have a very beautiful night. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for supporting this channel. I really do appreciate it. And I love you, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.